Welcome back YouTube. Today I've got a special episode for you. Top 5 training tips for beginners. Before we get stuck into the video, first, I want you to make sure that you hit the subscribe button and you like the video. A lot of you still watching this are not subscribed, so I would appreciate it so much if you did subscribe to the channel to not only show me some love, but show me some support. And this means I can bring out much more quality content to you guys and keep reinvesting back into the YouTube. On another note, guys, if you need anything from Trained by JP or hard body, code Kuba10 for Trained by JP and code Kuba for hard body. Without further ado, top 5 training tips for beginners. Tip number 1, quality over quantity. People get caught up in wanting to do too much from day number 1. I want you to focus on quality sessions consistently over time. I would much rather someone do 3 to 5 sessions per week with 10 to 15 working sets per session with high effort, high quality, high focus, and have the ability to progress the lifts session to session consistently. If you are training 7 days per week with high volume, guess what? Your progress will always be compromised because it's simply not possible for you to recover quite as well from that sort of workload. Rest days are equally as important as training days if you are working hard enough. And fact of the matter is, guys, if you are truly training with high effort, you will need the rest days. So training every single day and spending hours and hours in the gym can be counterproductive if the effort isn't there. Your number 1 priority is having quality sessions. If I was to give you landmarks that you need to work off and hit, 10 to 15 working sets, 3 to 5 sessions per week, sticking to either a push-pull leg split or an upper-lower split. This would mean that with every single session for your push session, you would hit at least 4 sets of shoulders, 4 sets of chest, 4 sets of tricep. Your pull days, it would mean hitting 6 to 8 sets of back, 2 sets rear delts, 4 sets of bicep. Leg days, it would be 4 sets of hamstrings, 4 sets of quads, and 2 sets of glutes, 2 sets of calves. This is a perfect template for you to work from to be able to maintain high quality effort over time. Tip number 2, this one's going to be very much linked to your effort because it's not just about the effort, it's about consistency. Training consistently 3 days per week over a 6-month period is going to be better than training 6 days per week and then missing weeks every other week. Consistency is the key. Funnily enough, there was actually a sign on bodyweight scales at the first gym I ever went to. Consistency was spelled wrong. Yes, that's not, we're not going to go into that one. But consistency is the key. It's something that I have always reminded myself of because when you are trying to chase progress, when you are trying to improve, both in your bodybuilding journey, in business or in life, consistency is essential. If you apply yourself consistently with effort over time, that always equals results. You have to be consistent. And I would rather see someone have less training days, less training volume, but be consistent without missing days and without losing track with their adherence, both with training, nutrition, and the recovery. Tip number 3, and this is a hard one. It's certainly a hard one for people to grasp in this day and age, especially when people have forgotten how to practice delayed gratification, because delayed gratification is quite literally a skill. So you need to be patient. You cannot expect to have meaningful results in a matter of weeks or months. Building a physique takes years of consistency, effort, and time. You have to stay patient and you have to make sure that you are trying to practice delayed gratification. Nothing worth having comes easy, and nothing worth having comes fast. This is where a lot of people tend to either chop and change the training programs, chop and change the diets or methods and approaches, because they are simply not patient enough to see progression, not patient enough to actually see results of the program they are in, of the program they are using. So stay patient. Results do not happen overnight. You need to give results time. Patience is something that you have to learn. With training, with your fat loss goals, and with trying to add quality muscle mass. I love natural athletes, and I love working with natural athletes because they are so incredibly patient. Top natural competitive athletes will quite literally spend years away from the stage, patiently working, patiently chipping away to gain 2-3 pounds extra muscle. Staying patient pays off, both in bodybuilding, but also any other endeavor that you are trying to embark upon. Tip number 4, guys, prioritize compound lifts and good quality execution. A lot of people in this day and age are seeing a lot of the fancy exercises in Instagram and YouTube with a lot of fitness influencers pushing some movements that are going to be extremely beneficial for some of the guys that have already developed a base level of musculature. Especially if you are a beginner. You do not need to bias your iliac lat. You do not need to bias your lower lat. You do not need to bias a specific division or portion of your glute. You simply need more muscle. You need to prioritize compound lifts, and you need to learn how to execute them correctly and effectively. Learn how to brace, learn how to squat, bench, and deadlift. Learn how to perform exercises that are extremely challenging, and do not avoid fatigue. Embrace it. There's a lot of talk on fatigue in this day and age, and actual loading, how it's going to somehow impact your progression or prevent you from growing, when in fact it's the opposite. You need to learn how to train extremely hard. You need to learn how to execute compound lifts and get strong at them to build a baseline level of musculature and understand how it actually feels to move some heavy weight, be able to brace effectively, and learn these compound lifts and movement patterns that will essentially benefit you when it's time to get a little bit more nuance when it comes to your exercise selection. Compound work is essential. Learn how to get accurate with your compound lifts, get strong, and make sure that you apply yourself correctly. Point number 5 for my top 5 tips for beginners and intermediates, and of course some guys at the very top will certainly benefit from this video as well, as this is a firm reminder that your rest and recovery is equally as important as training. If you are going in the gym under-recovered, you will not be able to train with all-out intensity. If you are going into a set with high degree of fatigue, you will not be able to recruit max muscle fibers within that set. You will not be able to progress your lifts, and essentially you are not getting the stimulus that's required for you to have that adaptive response. You go into the gym, you break down muscle tissue, you expose your muscle to something new, you go home, you eat, you recover, and you repeat that process over again. Therefore, your rest and recovery is equally as important as the work that you are doing in the gym. So prioritize rest days when they are needed. Take deloads when they are needed. And make sure you are on point with your daily routine, getting an adequate amount of sleep, staying properly hydrated, and staying well fed to fuel your workouts, but also fuel your recovery. Prioritize your pre, intra, and post-workout nutrition from Trained by JP, obviously. Make sure you are getting enough calories in to stay in a calorie surplus to be able to fuel your recovery process and fuel your training sessions. Combining these tips, you are leaving no stone unturned, and I promise you guys, you will see progress. These are 5 basic tips that absolutely everyone should consider and should work on. Not just beginners, but guys at the very elite level often forget these top 5 principles for progression that you should all be utilizing within your training and bodybuilding journeys, guys. Hope you liked today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. All things trained by JP. Visit the site, show some love. If you need any supplements, you know where to get them. You know what code to use. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all. And for coaching and consultations, please visit Team MK Coaching and see what we can do for you guys. Thank you. Peace out and take care.